Testing. All right, Shalom Israel. This is Israelite School of University of Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We were led by Commander General Hunter today to Isupk Houston, Port Arthur, Galveston, um, Beaumont, and Lufkin Friday Lashawan Qadash class. You understand? Pardon me. All right. You understand? This is the day where we go over our language. You know what I'm saying? It's a very, very important day. You understand? This is us coming back to our roots. You know what I'm saying? We have revitalized our language, redeemed the dead tongue. You understand? From the dust. You know what I'm saying? They deemed Lashawan Qadash, the Paleo Hebrew, a dead tongue. You know what I'm saying? But it took through the grace of the Most High, we was able to revive our language from the dead. And so here we are in 2026. You understand? Since 1969, speaking and teaching our language. You understand? We're gonna start class off as we always do by going over the alphabet. Class, repeat after me. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pu, tza, qua, ra, sha, and the. All right. Um, I did say that we will be going over tribes this week, but since we are almost done with the noun chart, you understand, we just gonna do a continuation of that. Unless somebody in the chat would like to go over the tribes, then I will be happy to. You understand? Salakia. I'm gonna leave it there. Good night. second. There we go. All right, we are at the end almost. We are at the cusp of the end, right? All right, so our first word of the night is road, which in Hebrew is the rock. All right, and as for the paleo, always remember, per usual, we always have connectors when dealing with the paleo. Um, right there a little bit lower. All right, per usual, always remember that our language is not from left to right; it is right to left. You understand? Unlike English, right? Our native tongue, we read it from right to left, right? All right, so let's hand put this word together. Our word is the rock. Our word is the rock. How do we get that? Duh. Right? All right, so now for the connectors. Duh. It's by itself, so it'll get a bridge. And ra and ka, they will be connected, giving us a conjugation darak. Instead of it being daraka, these two are connected, giving us the rock. Right? As you can see, I wrote the letters off to the side that correspond with the word, both in Assyrian and in Paleo. You know what I'm saying? So if you are coming along with this class, make sure you have a notebook. You know what I'm saying? Something that you could jot these notes down. You know what I'm saying? This is a beginner's class. You know what I'm saying? So that way we get more familiar with common words, and also we get familiar with the letters, the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? And the connectors as well. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a basic level of our language. You know what I'm saying? Now you have some brothers. Now they may be in more advanced classes. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a slow boogie. You feel me? For the people who are just now coming into the truth and finding out that, hey, we have a native tongue. We have a language that was literally beaten out of our backs. You know what I'm saying? And, it's just a slow walk. On Saturdays, you know what I'm saying, this is when we get to showcase what we have learned on Friday. You know what I'm saying? So a class like this will get you ready for, if you're a trooper, you going up there and read the Hebrew. You understand? All right, so moving on to our next word, which is heal. Hill in Hebrew is har. Right? So, hill in Hebrew is har. Very easy, very simple, very easy to enunciate. And they will be connected. Instead of them being by themselves, you know what I'm saying, giving us hara, it is connected. Right? All the connectors are just guides into once again they're just guides. You feel me? In most places that you might see our language written down, you know what I'm saying, like maybe on archaeology, you won't see connectors. You know what I'm saying? This is just something like guiders. You feel me? But typically, let's say if you read it on some archaeology, from what I've seen, you know what I'm saying, thus far, I haven't seen any connectors, but you know what I'm saying, it's just, a tool, right? So we have our first word, which is road, which is the rock in Hebrew, da, ra, and ka, da, ra, ka, Assyrian and Paleo, right? And our second word is hill, which is har, ha, ra, you connected, ha, ra, har, right? Let me write this off to the side so we know what letters we are dealing with. Oh, well, we already got bruh up there. All right, so what you see is all the letters written out on to the side for the words that we have used so far. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give y'all a few seconds to write this down to y'all's notepads. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that you do so. You understand? Notes are very important if you want to go back and reference something, you know what I'm saying, that you might want to use in casual conversation. I'm going to give y'all a few more seconds and then we're going to move on. All right. If you did not catch everything, just be kind and rewind. You know what I'm saying? This is why we record our classes so that our people will know, will be able to go back, you know what I'm saying, and maybe catch something that they may have missed. You know what I'm saying? All right. So moving on to our next word, which is gold. Which is zahab. Right? Gold in Hebrew is zahab. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna write the Assyrian first. All right. So once again, so like, let me write it in pen. Let me write this better. All right. So as you can see, Zahab, Assyrian and Paleo, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me write the letters off to the side. All right. All right. So as for the connectors, the Za will be by itself, and Ha and Ba they will be connected, giving us Zahab instead of Zahaba. You know what I'm saying? That's what these connectors are for. Once again, it's just a guide, right? All right. Of course, I have the letters written off to the side with the English verbalizations, right? All right. Our next word is seed, which is Zar Rai. Zarai. All right. So this be by itself, and this will be connected. Real simple, real easy. Lord allow we are, getting the flow of everything. You know what I'm saying? Getting a better understanding, right? So the letters that we use, Z, Ra, and I. We already have Z. So Ra. You probably already have some of these letters written down in your notes. If you do, you do not have to rewrite them, of course. You know what I'm saying? This is just for those who are not familiar or, probably not join again. I rewrite them anyways. You know what I'm saying? All right. So our last letter, which is I, right? So you might be seeing a pattern by now. You know what I'm saying? The our language is not comprised of E's, O's, U's, J's. You know what I'm saying? Any kind of vowel. You see what I'm saying? Like our language is enunciated using the A or the I vowels. You see what I'm saying? That's how you verbalize it. You understand? All right. So once again, seed is all Y. Now, remember most of these words that are in Hebrew are actually slang words. Our language is literally comprised of slang. You see what I'm saying? Seed might have more than one meaning. It can mean a plant, or it can mean sperm. You know what I'm saying? It's more than one use for seed, or that's just an example, but it's many other words. You understand? Let me check what we got online so far. If we got anybody commenting. sweat. You understand? Shalom to the sisters checking in. Water for checking in. Appreciate y'all. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give y'all a second to write this down, and then we are going to move on. You understand? We are almost done with 100 common nouns. You know what I'm saying? It seems like something so simple, but I mean, this took almost 3 months. You know, given that I had to handle some life stuff, but we got through it nonetheless, right? Okay, we're gonna move on. If you did not catch it, remember, just be kind and rewind, man. All right. Moving on to our next noun, which is new moon. All right. Which is Qadash. That word is spelled way longer than what it needs to be. But the word is Qadash. You know what I'm saying? Now understand this. The moon is just the keeper of times. You know what I'm saying? It helps keep track of time. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. And here we do not worship the moon. Understand that. You know what I'm saying? This is the home of the truth, not the home of conspiracy. I pray you understand. Or the home of superstition. Right? Alright, so let's spell it out. Got it. All right. So here we have it. Qadasha. Qadasha. How do we connect it? Qada and sha, right? How do we make this Qadasha, excuse me, Qadash instead of Qadasha? Right? The Qa will be by itself, and da and sha will be connected, giving us the conjugation dash, giving us the dash sound. You understand? That's how you put that together. I'm gonna write the letters off to the side, right? All right, so real quick, I want to point something out. Understand that these are not W's. You know what I'm saying? This letter right here predates the English bastard language. You understand? This is sha. You feel me? Let me write this out a little bit better right here for the Assyrian. I've always struggled with the sha in the Syrian, but that's how you write it out. Good night. Hold on, I'm tripping. It's not how you write it out. That's how you write it out. All right. So remember, huh and huh, they look very similar. But here are the differences between huh and huh. Huh has an opening. Huh is always closed. Now also, the looks similar to huh and huh. The difference is the has a little, swoop right here. You know what I'm saying? It has like an extension. Almost like a cap. Right? Okay, moving on to our good night. Our final word. You understand? Real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Give us a hand. You know what I'm saying? We finally made it through 100 common nouns. You understand? And now we'll be moving on to, you guessed it, 100 common verbs. Right? So our final word of this lesson plan is error. Right? So error in Hebrew is khata'ah. Tripping. All right. All right. So this is how you spell chata'ath in Assyrian and Paleo. You understand? Let's get the connection to connect this together. You know what I'm saying? You see the English verbalization right here. Let me section it off so we know Salaki. So we know exactly what we are dealing with, right? All right. Damn. All right. Matter of fact. All right, that's how you do that. All right. So the English verbalization is written out right here. Ch, ta, a, tha. Right? We have ch, ta, a, and tha. How will we connect this? I will show you. So our first letter is ch, right? That will be by itself. Ta will also be by itself. A and tha, they will be connected, giving us that ath sound, right? Ch, ta, ath. You see how these are by themselves? They have a bridge, and these two are connected. You understand? Combining the letters, right? Giving us that ah sound. So ch to ah. You understand? Our language is, in some instances, is very exaggerated sounding. You know what I'm saying? And really and truly, it's a very masculine language. You see what I'm saying? It's a very brutish tongue. Um, like for instance, it's not like English, which is a romantic language. You know what I'm saying? It's very our language, our native tongue is very brutish. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, hey, mom, would you mind sitting down over here? It's more so, hey, woman, come sit. You see what I'm saying? It's very direct. That's our language, right? So that's why it has, some words might have more than one meaning. You know what I'm saying? So once again, let's start from the top. Our word is new moon, which is Qadash, right? Not Qadash, Qadash. And error, which is Kata'ath. Kata'ath. Remember, this letter right here is not a chub, it's a ch sound, right? As if you trying to get something out your throat, you feel me? Ch. Alright, so let me write these letters off to the side so that way we could go back and reference them and get more familiar with our alphabet, right? Alright. So once again, you see how ch and th, they look very similar, right? You know what I'm saying? But they are not. They are two different letters. Th, this is not an X, that's a th. Once again, these symbols, you know what I'm saying? This alphabet predates the American language, you know what I'm saying? So don't get them confused with X's and W's, you know what I'm saying? What we have on this board right here is a very ancient tongue. You know what I'm saying? This is spoken by our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? It is a very ancient tongue. You know what I'm saying? This is the language that our predecessors have spoken. And once again, this is the language that was literally beaten out of our backs. You know what I'm saying? To the point we, you know what I'm saying? If they caught us speaking it, you know what I'm saying? They'll cut our tongue out. If they caught us writing it, they would cut our hands off. You know what I'm saying? They would do disgusting evil acts to us just for having a culture. You know what I'm saying? Just like what it says in Psalms 83, that they came together with one consent to cut us off from being a nation. You know what I'm saying? And they've done just that. But here's the thing. The Most High God is in of His word. So He has allowed us to do our culture. You know what I'm saying? It's not a light thing that we are able to come back and relearn our language. You know what I'm saying? This is a very heavy thing. You know what I'm saying? Because, without this, this is a part of our culture. This right here, this is ours. This language right here belongs to blacks, Latinos, and natives, and nobody else. You understand? This is the holy tongue, the set apart language. You understand? And it's no light thing. This is the language that we pray to the Lord in. We face east and we stretch out our hands and we pray to the Lord in our native tongue. You know what I'm saying? The same tongue that they tried to keep from us. They tried to bury it. You know what I'm saying? But here we are. Back at it like we never left. There's some brothers in here that can speak this fluently. Lord allow, I get up to the point. You know what I'm saying? But hey, hell, I'm a student just like y'all, brother and sisters. I'm still learning as well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to learn with y'all as I teach you. All right. Let's see if we have anybody else. hey, shout out to Princess of the Most High, right? Um, you understand? See, it's definitely gonna get to that point. You feel me? Cause you feel me? Like, just keep on watching these classes. That's why these classes are very important. Like I said, some brothers have more of an advanced class, but this class is just getting us familiar with the basics. See what I'm saying? That's why whenever I start class, we start with the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? Just to prep our mind for what we are about to learn. Um, with that being said, Lord allow y'all have took notes of this. Um, because I'm about to erase it and then we will begin, the let's see, what time is it? We could probably knock out about five of the 100 common verbs. You know what I'm saying? And sis, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna learn with you, because it's gonna get to a point where after, maybe before after, I'm going to start teaching words with phrases. You know what I'm saying? And this is just basic basic phrases and words. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be a full sentence along with the word. Right? Alright. What was I about to do? Okay, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna erase this off the board. If you did not catch that, once again, just rewatch the class. And shout out to you, sis, man. Keep that zeal. You understand? Because we had some devils try to keep this language away from us. All right. And that concludes the 100 common nouns. So now we are, good night. So now we are at 100 common verbs. It's been a long time coming, you feel me? All right, so let's start. The first verb of the night is open. It's open, which is patach. Patach. Let me write this a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't blessed with the best handwriting, but once again, as I always say, I'm a teacher nonetheless. And that's of course no light thing. It is my duty and my honor to teach my people our language. All right. That's terrible. All right. So our first verb of the night is patach, not patach, patach. Right? This is just the English verbalization. You know what I'm saying? So just tend to remember when you see the ch, it's actually a ch. All right. So how do we put this together? Instead of it being patacha, the pa will be by itself, and the th and the ch will be connected, giving patach, right? Of course, I'm gonna write this all off to the side. right? So we see some new letters on the board, of course, which is pa. Very straightforward, very easy to remember. All right. So once again, open means patach, right? So our next word is direct. All right, so Salaki, if I may, if I did not explain what a verb is, my apologies. A verb is a action. You know what I'm saying? Like walk is a verb. Talk is a verb. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this right now? I'm teaching, which is a verb. See what I'm saying? All right. So our next word is direct. Which is tazawa. All right. So once again, we see another new letter. Tazawa. Taza. Right? How we connect this to get Tazawa Salaki. My apologies. All right. Tazawa. Taza will be by itself, and wa and ha, they will be connected. You understand? So we have three new letters. You understand? First one being taza. Pardon me. All right, no sweat. Sometimes it get a little tricky. No sweat. All right, so we got Taza, right? Of course, most some of the Assyrian alphabets have different counterparts. The only difference between them is just the location, just placement, right? So, for instance, this one will go strictly at the end of a word, and this one goes anywhere but. You know what I'm saying? So the only difference is the placement, how you use them. You feel me? Um, the sound all the same, and of course this right here, this is the paleo. I'm gonna write this a little bit better. All right, Taza. That's how you write it out in the paleo. And of course, our other letter, we got wa. Wa. You understand? That's a new letter that we that we haven't went over tonight, right? Huh. know what I'm saying? We been went through that one. All right. Good night. Okay, so far, a word, first verb, you know what I'm saying, starting off is patach. You know what I'm saying? Second is tazawa. Let me write this H so you can see that. Tazawa, right? And the letters that we use is pa, ta, cha, taza, wa, and ha. You know what I'm saying? The beautiful thing about the paleo is, you know what I'm saying, everything is so simple about it. Like our language, the letters in our language in paleo comes from like just everyday stuff, everyday things. Like, you know what I'm saying? For instance, um, this right here, huh? It's like a hand. You feel me? Or the, it comes from like a reaper, you know, the scythe that we used to plow crops with. You know, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or duh, which is literally like a door. You know what I'm saying? Like the door to a tent or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's another lesson for another day. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a part of the lesson plan. If y'all would like to go over it, feel free to comment. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem going over, you know, just cool, fun lessons like that. You know what I'm saying? Understanding like the origins of our language. You feel me? That's a really amazing topic. So if y'all would like to go over it, man, you know what I'm saying? Just comment it down in the chat and I got you. Next time I teach, we will go over it. You know what I'm saying? We'll take a break from the hundred common verbs. And you know what I'm saying? We'll do something more fun. Right? So I'm gonna give y'all a second to write this down. If y'all have not already, please do so. While y'all do that, I'm gonna check the comments. Okay, no new comments. So no. Alright. If you did not catch this, just be kind and rewind. Or feel free to comment. And I will go back over it just for you. All right, so let's see. Let me do a time check real quick. All right, no sweat. So our third verb of the night is to gather. Right, to gather, which is quell. I'm tripping. You know what I do? I just read it from the Assyrian, and then I give y'all the English verbalization. You know what I'm saying? So, Quabataza. Right? A word is Quabataza. All right, Quabataza. So we have Qua, Ba, and Taza, right? How do we how would this go? They will all be by themselves, right? Giving us Qua, Ba, Taza. So of course, as you can tell, we have some more new another new letter, right? That we have not went over tonight, right? So first things first, qua, ba, to za. Jesus. It's like I know it, but man, how often do I write in the paleo? I mean, in the Assyrian. Why my head struggling? Hold on now. It ain't like I don't know. It's just, man, you know what I'm saying? All right, I got it. All right, there we go. Tripping. It be like that sometimes. All right. All right. Tazah. Right? All right, let me write this a little bit better. I'm talking about. All right. So, Qua, Ba, Tazah. Moving on to our next one, which is bury. To bury means to cover or to put under. You know what I'm saying? All right. So bury is in Hebrew is kwabar. All right. So our word is kwabar. Right. So how do we get it? Kwabar. So kwa will be by itself, and ba and ra they will be connected. Right. It ain't gonna be all the time when the first letter is just by itself. You know what I'm saying? That's not an ongoing thing. As we, you know what I'm saying, continue to go into future lesson plans, we'll begin to see that. You know what I'm saying? Just stay tuned. You feel me? All right. So let's write it off to the side. We already have ba. We already have qua. We don't have ra. All right. So real quick, this is not a four. That is a ra in the Hebrew, right? All right. Let's see what we got going on. All right. So it's like if I may, if you could specify what you would like to go over, you know what I'm saying? If you could put it down in the chat, what you would like to go over, then you know what I'm saying we could definitely set it up for next time. I believe another brother may be teaching next week. So the week after, you know what I'm saying, I will make that my duty to teach the origin of the letters, if that's the one you asking for, right? All right. So once again, we have our first um, gather, which is Quabatazai. You know what I'm saying? This is just, of course, the English verbalization. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about that for real. You know what I'm saying? This is to help us, learn what it, how to properly say it. So right here, Quabatazai. You know what I'm saying? Written in the Assyrian and in the Paleo. Same thing. Buri, which is Quabar in the Hebrew. You understand? Quabar, and of course, it's written at the bottom. And for sure, I have the letters that we have used all on the board written off to the side. You feel me? If you've been viewing, once again, you may have seen. Nah, never mind. We went over all of this already. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds to write this down. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just everything that we could say. You feel me? I gotta gather my mind together. You feel me? Or you whatever. All right. Probably get about one more in, and then. All right. All right, no sweat. All right, so last but not least is set apart. You understand? Good night. This is a very, very good one right here. You feel me? Because if you understand what the Bible says about us, the Bible says that we are set apart. You know what I'm saying? In Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6 through 7. You understand? Set apart is Qadash. If you didn't know that, man, I don't know. I don't know. If you ain't know what set apart was in Hebrew, you feel me? It's Qadash, which is also, you guessed it, holy. You understand? That's what holy means in Hebrew, is Qadash, which means set apart. You know what I'm saying? Let's take that superstition off the word holy. You feel me? That Christians have put upon the word. It only means set apart, meaning we not like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We are something special. We are something dear, near and dear to the Lord. You feel me? All right. So of course, let me go through this real quick. Right. So, how do we get Qua da Sha, right? Qua da Sha, how do we get Qadash? I will show you. The Qua is by itself, and the Da and the Sha, they are connected. Putting the Da and the Sha together, giving us Dash, giving us that Qadash. You feel me? You feel me? I'm just putting it all together. That's all the connections are for. Once again, And of course, I'm gonna write this off to the side. Alright, so you know what I'm saying? There you have it. You know what I'm saying? The first 5 words in the 100 common verb series. You understand? You know, y'all just rock and roll with me, man. We're gonna learn together. You know what I'm saying? If you show up to class, understand, be prepared, because my classes are very interactive. You know what I'm saying? So you will be called up to the board to interact with the class. And ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna leave you by yourself. I'm gonna walk everybody through it. Alright? And with that, you understand, Lord Allah, you already got it down. With that, I'm going to go ahead and give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Yahweh Hashim Yahshua Barak Thumb to the sisters. Yahweh Shemata Taba Hashim Yahshua. Shalom. Alright, Khan, sister, one more thing. Before we head out, sis, next time I teach, I will be going over it. You understand? So be on the lookout, alright? Alright, shalom.